Yoga teachers, if beginner yogis are your desired students, think about where they are and what they are looking for before you post the most challenging poses that you can do after years of your own personal practice. Think about that before you speak a foreign yoga language to them. And think about that before you judge them for not having started yoga when you did. When I was a new yoga student, I had this one teacher that I looked up to. She had the biggest classes with a ton of energy, some hard-ass poses, and I liked the challenge. I'm the goal-oriented person, so I felt like each class was a little goal. But what I found to be a barrier was her behavior of superiority. As if I could never be good enough. As a new yogi, and eventually as a new yoga teacher, she would always refer to the amount of time that I've been practicing or teaching as a bad thing. First, it was, Alicia, you've only been practicing for 1 year. Then later, Alicia, you've only been teaching for 5 years. Unintentionally, that view rubbed off on me. I began to evaluate others. I would say, even evaluating myself, to the point where I would have to use the most Sanskrit words in my classes and do the most challenging poses. And then I wondered why my students felt the same way that I had felt all those years earlier. In this video, let's take a look into the possibility to overcome a desire to be seen as good enough to be someone's teacher. Instead, we can look at the opportunity to be inviting to those who don't have something to prove. Inviting to those who just want a yoga solution to their current struggles. Are you a yoga teacher or yoga enthusiast? If you are, subscribe to this channel for yoga leader relevant topics. And then press that cute little notification bell so that you'll be informed when a new video is available from Mastermind.Yoga YouTube channel. Yay! The Yoga Alliance, in their scope of practices, require teachers to be inclusive of everyone. Side note on that, with this video, actually on this side, one of the sides, about how the opposite of that happened to me in a safe yoga teacher space. You, me, and our fellow yoga leadership community can actually embody the principle of inclusivity. We can welcome new yogis and new yoga teachers as they explore their own journey of self-connection. And we don't have to make it about us. There are a lot of ways that we could choose to remember the people who want to get into yoga, but they doubt themselves. Or they want to get into yoga, but they're in self-comparison and judgment. They want to get into yoga and they have a specific goal or struggle. Maybe they want to lose weight. They want to decrease anxiety. They want to reduce pain or something else. You could create content that speaks directly to them where they are now, with poses not intimidating or ego-driven, and in a language they can understand with clarity. We can welcome yoga teacher camaraderie in a way that shows students that we are in this work together, this mission to spread world peace through inner peace by starting in our own bodies, starting in our own communities. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced the judgmental, exclusive, ego-dominant side of yoga, and then how did you choose to operate? How did you overcome? What have you learned from those lessons, and how have you applied them in your life now? Do you know someone who would love to study yoga as a 200-hour teacher trainee? Let them know a Mastermind.Yoga trainer team is looking for new people in our upcoming training. We're looking specifically for candidates who appreciate the physical and non-physical experiences they've had through their own yoga practice. We're looking for someone who desires to improve the lives of people in their community and maybe even start with their family. Click the link in the description to visit our website, Mastermind.Yoga. That will help you start the application process. Just as a heads up, registration is limited to maintain quality, so apply now while we are still accepting applications. Yes.